There are moments in life when you feel like nobody gets you, like the world has gone quiet and you're the only one standing in the middle of the storm. That silence can feel heavier than noise. That emptiness can feel louder than a crowd. And in those moments, you start to wonder if anyone even cares. But listen closely. You are not invisible. You are not forgotten. Just because you're walking alone right now doesn't mean you're lost. Sometimes the strongest walks are the ones we take with no one beside us, only the fire inside us. Being alone. Those two words can carry so much weight, can't they? When you hear them, it's not just silence, it's the ache that comes with it. It's lying awake at night and feeling like the world has moved on without you. It's scrolling through your phone, seeing everyone else smiling, laughing, living, and wondering why you're sitting in the dark with nothing but your own thoughts for company. But here's the truth nobody tells you enough. Being alone doesn't mean you're broken. It doesn't mean you're unwanted. It doesn't mean you failed. Being alone doesn't equal unworthy. Sometimes being alone is life's way of pressing pause, pulling you aside and saying, this is your time. This is where you discover who you are when nobody's watching. Think about it. When you're surrounded by people, you adapt, you fit in, you move with the crowd. But when you're alone, the masks fall away. You start hearing your real voice, not the noise of the world, not the opinions of others, but your own heart speaking loud and clear. That's not weakness, that's power. You see, alone time is not punishment, it's preparation. Some of the strongest warriors, the most successful leaders, the most powerful souls you admire, they all walked through seasons of solitude. They had nights where their pillow caught their tears, days when their doubt screamed louder than their faith. But instead of letting loneliness break them, they used it, they shaped it, they turned it into fire. And that's exactly what you can do. Think about how gold is made. It doesn't shine fresh out of the ground. It's dirty, covered in dust, hidden deep in darkness. But when it's refined, when it's put through fire, it comes out glowing. That's you. Right now, you may feel like you're in the dark, but this darkness is not the end. It's the fire that's refining you, shaping you, molding you into the person you're meant to become. And let me remind you of something else. You don't need a crowd to validate your worth. You don't need applause to prove your strength. You don't need constant company to know you matter. Because real confidence, real strength, real growth, that happens in the quiet. That happens when you face yourself, when you battle your inner demons, when you choose to rise instead of sink. Yes, being alone can hurt. Yes, it can feel like the heaviest weight in the world, but sometimes that weight is exactly what builds your strength. Just like lifting weights tears your muscles before they grow back stronger, solitude tears away your doubts, your fears, your dependence on others, so that when you stand back up, you stand unshakable. And let me tell you something that might just shift your whole perspective. Being alone is not the same as being lonely. Loneliness is emptiness, but being alone can be fullness if you choose to fill that space with growth, with discipline, with self-love, with purpose. It's in those moments of silence that you learn how to trust yourself. It's in those quiet nights that you build resilience. It's in those seasons where you feel forgotten that you're actually learning the most powerful lesson of all. You are enough, even when you're standing on your own. So don't run from being alone. Don't treat it like a curse. See it for what it really is, a gift in disguise, a season that's building you, a season that's showing you how powerful you truly are when it's just you, your heart, and your fight. Because one day when the light shines on you again, when the people come back, when the opportunities knock, you're going to realize something. You're not the same person anymore. You're stronger, you're wiser, you're unshakable. And it's all because you walked through the fire of solitude and came out glowing like gold. So the next time you feel like you're all alone in this world, remember this truth. You're not being punished, you're being prepared. You're not forgotten, you're being forged. And you're not weak, you're just being sharpened into the unstoppable force you were always meant to be. You've been told that being alone is weakness, right? Society paints it like something's wrong with you if you're not constantly surrounded by people, if you don't have a full social calendar, if your phone isn't blowing up every hour. But let me flip the script for you. Your season of being alone is not weakness, it's your hidden strength. Think about it. Anybody can feel confident in a crowd. Anybody can laugh when the room is full of noise. Anybody can feel strong when they've got backup. But the real test of strength is how you stand when it's just you and the silence. That's where the real champions are made. See, strength is not about muscles or money or popularity. Strength is about resilience. It's about mental toughness. It's about the fire inside of you that refuses to go out even when the wind is blowing like crazy. And that kind of fire, that's built when you're alone. Let me ask you this. Do you think eagles learn how to soar by sitting in a group, waiting for someone to show them how? No. Eagles learn to fly by being pushed out of the nest, alone. That terrifying moment when they're falling, wings flapping like crazy, thinking, this is it, I'm gonna crash. That's when they learn their wings work. That's when strength shows up. And that's exactly how it works for you. When you're alone, you're forced to face your own mind. And yes, that can be scary, because your mind is powerful. It's where your fears live. It's where your insecurities try to whisper that you're not enough. But here's the beauty. When you fight through that, when you silence those lies and start believing in yourself, you come out stronger than ever. So this season is your strength, because every day you wake up and keep going despite the silence, despite the doubts, despite the empty chair next to you, you're building unshakable resilience. You're proving to yourself that you don't need external validation to stand tall. You don't need constant applause to know your worth. You don't need to be surrounded to have value. You're learning the most important lesson of all. Your power doesn't come from outside, it comes from within. And that's a dangerous level of strength, my friend, because when you learn how to fight alone, you become unstoppable when you finally walk with others. When you learn how to believe in yourself in silence, no amount of noise from the outside world can shake you. When you learn how to keep moving forward without a cheer squad, imagine how fast you'll run when the crowd finally shows up. Here's the thing. Being alone also teaches you clarity. It strips away the distractions. You're not bending to someone else's expectations. You're not living on someone else's timeline. No, you're raw. You're real. You're you. And in that realness, you discover what actually matters to you. You start seeing your own vision clearly. You start hearing your own dreams louder. You start realizing, wait, I don't need everyone else to tell me where I'm going. I know where I'm headed. And that's powerful. That's freedom. Because here's the truth. Most people never get there. Most people are so addicted to noise, to validation, to constant company that they never learn how to stand on their own. And because of that, they crumble the moment life takes the crowd away. But not you. Not anymore. You're learning how to thrive in solitude. You're learning how to turn the silence into strength. You're learning how to smile even when nobody's watching, how to keep grinding even when nobody's clapping, how to keep walking even when it feels like you're walking alone. That's strength, real strength, the kind of strength that builds champions. So don't curse this season. Don't let your mind trick you into believing you're weak because you feel alone. Instead, flip it, own it, recognize it for what it really is, the training ground for your greatness. Every tear you've cried in silence is watering the seed of the person you're becoming. Every lonely night you've survived is proof that you're stronger than you think. Every quiet battle you fought inside your head is sharpening you for the world you're about to face. And when you finally step into the light, when life finally brings you back into the crowd, when the doors finally open, People are going to wonder where that strength came from. They won't understand. They won't know the nights you faced alone, the doubts you overcame, the silence you conquered. They'll only see the results. They'll only see the warrior you've become. And you'll know the truth, that strength was built in the moments everyone else ignored. That strength was built right here, in the season you thought was breaking you, but was actually building you. So stand tall, hold your head up, own this moment, because being alone isn't your weakness, it's your secret weapon. All right, let's get real for a second. Being alone can feel heavy. It can feel like a weight pressing down on your chest, like silence that's too loud to ignore. Sometimes it feels like you're invisible, like the world just keeps moving while you're stuck standing still. But here's the truth. Let's be honest. Loneliness doesn't feel like strength when you're in it. It feels like weakness. It feels like you're missing something everyone else has. Love, support, people around you. It feels like life cheated you out of connection. And yet, if you lean in and truly pay attention, you'll realize that loneliness has a gift hidden inside it. It's giving you strength that people who've never walked this path will never understand. Think about it. Strength doesn't come from comfort. Strength doesn't come from always being surrounded, always being loved, always being validated. Real strength is born when you've got nothing but yourself, when you've got no crowd cheering you on, when the room is silent and you have to keep moving anyway. That's when strength grows. That's when resilience takes root. That's when your character becomes unshakable. Loneliness teaches you how to depend on yourself. It teaches you how to be your own friend, your own cheerleader, your own motivator. And while it hurts, while it feels unfair, it's building a foundation inside you that nothing can knock down. Because if you can walk through nights when nobody texts you back, if you can fight through mornings when you feel like nobody cares, and still get up, still fight, still chase your dream, that's strength. And let me tell you this, the world respects that kind of strength. Life bends for that kind of strength. Because it's rare. Most people give up when they're alone. Most people sink, but not you. Not if you choose to rise. Not if you use loneliness instead of letting loneliness use you. Now here's the flip side. Loneliness doesn't just make you strong for yourself, it makes you strong for others. When you've gone through the fire, you understand pain on a deeper level. You develop empathy that can't be faked. You become the person who can sit with someone else in their darkest moment and say, I get it. I've been there, and I promise you can make it out too. That's not weakness. That's power. Let's make this real. Imagine yourself months from now, years from now, standing tall, thriving, succeeding, and someone comes up to you and says, man, I don't know how to keep going. I feel so alone. And you smile, and you tell them, I've been there too, but I made it out, and so can you. In that moment, all the pain you carried will have a purpose. It won't just be a story of survival, it'll be a story of impact. Your strength will become someone else's hope. And here's something you need to hear. Loneliness sharpens your vision. When there's no noise, no distractions, no constant voices telling you what to do, you hear your own voice clearer. You discover what you really want, what really matters to you. You figure out who you are without the influence of everybody else. That's priceless. Some people live their whole lives trying to figure that out and never do, because they're always surrounded by noise. But you've been given silence. Use it. Let it show you who you are. Here's the beautiful part. Once you discover your own strength in loneliness, once you learn how to stand on your own 2 feet, nobody can take that away from you. People may leave, crowds may fade, but you'll know deep down, I can handle this. I've done it before, I'll do it again.
That's the type of unshakable confidence that changes your life forever. And I want you to hold this thought close. The loneliness you're feeling right now is temporary, but the strength it's giving you is permanent. Every hard night, every tear, every silent day, they're not wasted. They're shaping you into someone unstoppable. They're chiseling you into someone powerful. They're molding you into the kind of person who can walk through storms and still keep moving. So the next time you feel that ache of being alone, I want you to reframe it. Instead of saying, "Why me?" say, "Watch me." Watch me take this pain and turn it into fuel. Watch me use this silence to build something beautiful. Watch me rise when everyone expected me to fall. Watch me transform this loneliness into strength that the world can't ignore. Because you are not broken. You are not forgotten. You are in training. Life is preparing you for bigger battles, for higher levels, for greater victories. And when the moment comes for you to shine, all the strength you built in loneliness will explode out of you, and the world won't know what hit 'em. So don't curse this season. Don't hate it. Respect it. Learn from it. Use it. Because the strength you're building right now will carry you for the rest of your life. And one day you'll look back and say, "That loneliness I thought would break me, it made me unstoppable." So here's the truth you've probably been waiting for. You are not alone. Even in your darkest hours, even in the moments when it feels like the world has forgotten you, your story is still unfolding. And the reason you're still here, the reason your heart is still beating, it's because your light is needed. Yes, you, your voice, your energy, your presence, your existence. This world isn't complete without you in it. You might not see the full picture yet. You might not realize the weight of your impact. But I promise you, someone out there will breathe easier because of your courage. Someone out there will smile again because of your strength. Someone out there is waiting for your story to inspire theirs. Think about it. Every scar you've carried, every lonely night you've survived, every tear that's fallen, they're not wasted. They're proof. Proof that you're still standing. Proof that you've got resilience in your blood. Proof that no matter what comes against you, you've got the power to rise again. But here's the part I don't want you to miss. Your pain becomes your purpose the moment you decide to use it. You don't have to let loneliness define you. You don't have to let it break you. You can flip the script. You can take that same energy, that same silence, that same isolation, and let it fuel your growth. Let it sharpen your focus. Let it teach you how powerful you are, even when nobody claps for you. Because real power, real strength, it doesn't come from the crowd. It doesn't come from the spotlight. It comes from the quiet battles that nobody sees. It comes from those moments you feel like giving up, but you whisper to yourself, "Not today. I'm not done yet." That's where greatness is born. And let me tell you this, your breakthrough is closer than you think. You might feel like you're stuck, like nothing is changing, but deep down, growth is happening. You're leveling up. You're being prepared for opportunities, connections, and blessings that are already making their way towards you. But you've got to keep going. You've got to keep pushing. You've got to keep showing up. So the next time loneliness tries to convince you that you don't matter, I want you to fight back. I want you to look in the mirror and say, "My light is needed. My story is powerful. My presence makes a difference." Say it until you believe it. Say it until the doubt fades. Say it until you stand tall again. Now listen, this isn't just about surviving loneliness. It's about transforming it. It's about letting this season shape you into the strongest version of yourself. And when the world finally sees you shine, when they finally hear your story, they'll realize you weren't just surviving. You were building. You were growing. You were becoming unstoppable. And that's exactly why you can't give up now. You've come too far. You've endured too much. You fought battles nobody knows about. And yet here you are, still standing, still breathing, still moving forward. That alone makes you extraordinary. That alone makes you worthy of every dream you carry. So take this as your reminder. You are not forgotten. You are not behind. You are not done. Your chapter isn't over. It's just getting started. And the best pages of your story are still ahead. Now here's my challenge to you. Don't keep this strength locked inside. Share it. Let your light shine. Be the proof that loneliness doesn't destroy you, it transforms you. Be the voice that someone else needs to hear. And if you ever start to feel like giving up, come back here because I'll remind you again, your light is needed and your story matters. Because the world needs you. Your future needs you. And trust me, we need your light. So here's my final word for you today. Stand tall. Keep fighting. Don't let loneliness silence your fire. You're stronger than you know, braver than you feel, and more needed than you could ever imagine. And one day you'll look back on this moment, this lonely, painful, quiet season, and you'll smile because you'll realize it didn't break you, it made you. It created the version of you that was always meant to rise. So go ahead, rise, shine. Prove to yourself and the world that your light was never meant to stay hidden, because your light is needed and the time to shine is now. Let me tell you something real. There's someone out there right now, probably just like you, scrolling through videos, drowning in their own thoughts, maybe feeling like nobody gets it, nobody sees them, but guess what? They need you. They need your courage, your survival, your fight. They need to see that someone just like them didn't give up, didn't quit, didn't stay down. And maybe, just maybe, that someone out there is you. Maybe you are the one that needs to realize this truth. You don't need permission to rise. You don't need an audience to keep going. You don't need the world to clap for you before you decide to get back up. You only need you. Because listen, loneliness lies. Pain lies. They whisper that you're not good enough, not strong enough, not loved enough. But here's the truth they don't want you to know. You've already proven them wrong. You're still here. You're still fighting. You're still breathing. And as long as you've got breath, you've got power. The kind of power that changes lives. The kind of power that rewrites stories. The kind of power that builds legacies. But here's the catch. Power only works when you use it. And today, I need you to use yours. Not tomorrow, not someday, today. So when the voices get loud, when the silence gets heavy, when the pain feels unbearable, I want you to remember this moment. I want you to hear my words like they're carved into your heart. You are not done. You are not forgotten. Your light is needed. And if nobody else has told you this lately, let me be the one. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of your fight. I'm proud of the fact that you're still standing. Even if it's shaky, even if it's messy, you're here. And that matters. Now here's my promise to you. If you stick around, if you hit that subscribe button, this channel will be your reminder, your fire, your fuel. This will be the place you come back to when you feel like giving up. Because around here, we don't quit. We rise, we fight, we push forward, and we do it together. So go ahead, take that step, hit subscribe, leave a comment, share your story, because your journey isn't just yours, it's a spark that could light someone else's fire. And remember this, the next time you feel alone, you're not. You've got me, you've got us, and most importantly, you've got you, the strongest version of you waiting to break free, waiting to rise, waiting to shine. So go out there and live like your light is needed, because it is. And the world is waiting for you to shine.